Welcome to your daily focus for November the 13th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, we have the 13 energy today. Oh, the unlucky number, so they say, but it's not. And yet, the 13 energy will come in to say, you need to change something. You need to let go of something. You need to complete something. You need to move past something in order to go forward in the way you want. So many times, if we're not being aware or being honest with ourselves about what we do need to let go of sometimes, the 13 energy comes in and removes it for us. And trust me when I say it's much harsher when they do it over us doing it. So we want to be proactive. We want to look at what we truly need to release, let go of, and then look at how to release or let it go. Complete. Maybe it's allowing healing in. But whatever that may be for you. One plus three is a 4, so it probably has to do with your safety, your security. It could be nurturing a passion, a dream, a desire, a person, an environment. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 19 energy. The 19 energy is the sun. It's about you. It's feeling, your light bursting out. And when your light bursts out, you see the pathway in front of you. You have the clarity, the understanding of how to go forward, of how to step into that place you thought didn't exist. It was only too dark for you to see. Today your light shines. 1 plus 9 is a 10. That's always moving into easier times, better times, seasons changing, new beginnings around the corner, new seasons around the corner. And 1 plus 0 is a 1, which is our independence, our strengths, trailblazing, being the pioneer, being the adventurer. It's also the magician, so keep those thoughts positive. Whenever the magician's energy appears, we know our wishes are going to be answered. So keep them positive, keep them strong. Be careful of your self-talk. Sun is in Scorpio. Moon, I believe the moon starts out in Libra, but around lunchtime, a little bit before, a little bit after, depending on where you are on the planet, it will move into Scorpio, and thus preparing for the new moon around the corner. So where we couldn't make a decision, where we were seeing both sides of the coin and both sides were good and, both sides had bad points and, you really couldn't come to any definite conclusions, the Scorpio moon allows us to. The Scorpio moon moves us into, is it black or white? Is it yes or no? Is it up or down? And asking the questions and getting the clarity and getting the understanding so that you can make the decisions through your sage wisdom, through your intuition. And Mars goes stationary direct today. So we are going to start getting our energy back. Have you been so tired and push yourself to do something even though you know it needs to be done, and even when you are pushing yourself, it's still not getting done? Mars is coming out of that retrograde now. So as we go forward now, and Mars will stay there, I think, until the new year in Aries. So it's a beautiful place for Mars to be for an extended period of time. Unfortunately, it had to go into retrograde in order to do that. But now, our minds become sharper. Our pace becomes faster. Our desires, our wants become we become more focused towards them. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, that's one of the weirdest cuts I've done in a while. Okay, so who do we have first? Look at this. The Eight of Cups appears. You don't know what tomorrow holds. None of us do. But we know. We feel the calling. The desire to go forward. The desire to create, to manifest, to transform, to invent something new in our lives. Invite something in or somebody. And yes, some of our choices up to now, the things that are part of our day-to-day routines, some of them will have to go by the wayside in order for us to move forward. I get this, it's kind of like you're leaving home for the first time. Your bags are packed and, there's this anticipation in you because the world awaits you. And there's also this fear because up till now, every time you opened up the fridge door, there was food inside that fridge and the cupboards, and there was always a clean spoon in the drawer, and every time you turned on a light switch, it came on. So now you know that you are going to be in charge of those things. And so it holds you with a little bit of fear because you're not really sure what that's going to be like because you haven't walked it yet. And so you're at another point in your life where you don't know what it's going to be like now because you haven't walked it yet. But we don't turn around and say, no, I'm not ready for this, and run back up to your bedroom and lock the door. You walk out. So realize that maybe some of that anxiety that you are feeling is actually an anticipation that you are feeling. Three of Pentacles. Wherever you are stepping, it's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take discipline. Artists have produced painting after painting, beautiful masterpieces. There is one of Picasso, actually, that I've got somewhere hanging around here. The little boy on the chair, and Picasso didn't finish the chair, so it's really just mostly the little boy, and he's not even completely done. But most times, the painter finishes the portrait in order for you to admire it, in order for you to see its stunning beauty, in order for you to realize the potential of the message that it holds for you. Here we hold the paintbrush to our future. And how will we design it? How will it look? This is a beautiful time to write chapter 1. And what are you describing as you go forward? What does it look like? And don't worry if you don't really feel like anybody's watching or anybody's noticing, or they are, okay? This card always says they are. So just do your best. Don't lay back right now. Don't take a break. If you're trying to get that promotion at work, then when the boss walks out, don't sit in their chair for the rest of the day and doodle on the Post-it notes. Get to work. Make it very apparent that you worked long after the boss left. That's how you're going to get the promotion, because the boss is looking for signs when they come back in. And the King of Wands, I love the King of Wands. This is about will and desire and passion, your spirit. This is about moving forward and gaining some kind of progress with enthusiasm. Realizing your potential, the potential of your dreams, your ideas, and what you can do if you put your mind to it, what you can do if you turn your focus towards it. The King of Wands is, in almost every deck, he is the most underdressed king usually, because he doesn't stand on ceremony. He sees something, he goes after it. He doesn't look around to see if everybody's watching or if it's the right move or the wrong move. Or when he's got enough information, he moves forward with that information. And that's how he got to be king, of following his intuition, leaning in on his sage wisdom, and saying, okay, well, we're not cutting a ribbon. We're just going to take that shovel and hit the dirt. Let's go. Let's move it. Let's create the dream. Let's make it a reality. Okay, we'll get a mantra card here. So it's a beautiful energy day for us. Dream of the possibilities. Look back on your accomplishments. Things need completing, get them done. If there's research to be done in order for you to gain the knowledge in order to step on that path, get cracking at the education, at the learning experience. Find a mentor. Find somebody who's already walked that path. Pick their brains. Enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. And spiritual growth is extremely important right now because the energy tells us that we have to do things out of the goodness of our heart, with compassion, with empathy, not trying to harm other people, walking with integrity, not being manipulative in any way, not working because of greed or jealousy or anger. And so when you pursue your spiritual growth, you bring that balance in. It becomes a part of who you are. And so you couldn't do that malicious thing, even if you thought about it, even if you wanted to. You really couldn't bring yourself to do such things. So when you work on your own spiritual development, your growth of spiritual development, there's an enlightenment. And yes, it's all about our light shining forth today, isn't it? The 19 energy. Let's see what our book has to say. We have the peacocks down there. We've got the elephant. They've been showing up for all the readings too. Okay, enlightenment. I'll hold the card back up so you can find them. We'll play Where's Waldo with the peacocks. So you're coming into your own and are in search of something more meaningful to add to your life. This is the time to meditate, deliberate, self-evaluate, and withdraw voluntarily from the world to seek truth and solitude. Rest and a quiet retreat away from the daily routine will allow you to consider enlightened decisions and go in the direction of your heart. This may also be a time to seek advice and spiritual guidance from a mentor or an experienced person. The mantra is, I search for wisdom and mental clarity. I search for wisdom and mental clarity. Sylvia Browne always used to say, I cement my intellect with my heart, my intellect with my emotion, and make them work as one. So that our emotion isn't taking us for a magic carpet ride, and our logic and intellect aren't keeping us away from expanding the dream, but working in tandem to have a fulfilling and successful adventure going forward. I search for wisdom and mental clarity today. I personally would say I have wisdom and mental clarity today. Make it the statement of, it's already in your life. It's already there. You're just acknowledging it. We had Sing Your Song kind of fall out. Should we go with that card? Sing Your Song? It fell out of the deck, so I guess we are. So the bluebird reminds me of my dad, and so November 11th is Remembrance Day in Canada, so we always give that silence, that prayer, that gratitude to our soldiers, to our heroes. And so, I've changed my Facebook picture to my dad, and, in his army uniform. He fought in World War II. And, I put up the poppy thing. I wore my poppy. And my dad's passed now for, he'd be like 102 or something today if he were alive. But I always loved the bluebird, and they were so rare where we were. But every summer, I would catch at least one or two of them on the property. Not very often would you see one, but you would see one. And it was Mother's Day. This is several years back, and we were getting ready to go out, and I opened the front door, and there was a bluebird sitting on my front porch. And so I just knew it was Dad wishing me a happy Mother's Day. So the bluebird is very close to my heart. Sing, create, express, respect. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. Isn't it time to listen to the song in your heart? Isn't it, though? Isn't it time to listen to the song in your heart? Bluebird tells you you've been hiding, and now it's time for you to sing whatever song you feel. It doesn't necessarily have to be a happy tune. If you're feeling sad, honor your emotions, express them. However, Bluebird would prefer that the song turn to one of happiness and higher emotion. Bluebirds are gentle, non-aggressive creatures that tend to avoid confrontation and are patient with other kinds. If a bluebird feels threatened or upset, it stands its ground and defends itself and its own kind. Bluebird has shown up in your reading because it feels as though you have allowed others to take what is yours, and now it's time for you to stand strong. The situation could have just arrived. It could be something that's been lingering for years. Respect what is said, but know that you need to respect your own stance too. Don't shoulder another's problems if they're not taking the exact same responsibility themselves. It's important to be patient and kind with your words. You have nothing to explain. You have nothing to defend. This is your life. By following the song within your heart, you will be guided. Frustrations and conflicts arising in your path are to teach you your patience. Make sure you're truly listening and not becoming misguided. Because bluebird is the color blue, it's often associated with the throat chakra and creative expression. Pick up a musical instrument, a pen, a paintbrush. If you feel that you can't vocalize your song in your life, maybe in another creative way, it'll help lift that song up so that you can finally sing your song. So sing your song until we meet again. Remember, I do love you.